trapped in mould-infested homes with nowhere to turn for help.
Evening News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good evening. ITV News has uncovered more shocking examples of squalid housing across Britain, with tenant after tenant telling us no one cares or listens. One mother called Sherry showed us the thick black mould that's plagued her home for 8 years. She says the source of the problem has never been fixed, and so it always comes back. And she told us living in a mould and damp infested flat is now normal for her 4 kids. Well, like many in her position, she feels powerless, and it's made worse by the complicated and slow complaint system. In the latest part of his groundbreaking investigation into the housing crisis, here's our political correspondent, Daniel Hewitt. Daniel, it's clear it's not just the homes themselves that need fixing.
Simpler, quicker. It's also got some legislation currently going through Parliament right now.
Oh, right, Daniel, thank you. US President Joe Biden has pledged to double the amount of carbon emissions his country plans to cut by 2030. It came at the start of a major climate change summit between world leaders whose countries are also the world's leading polluters. Well, President Biden said this would be a decisive decade, but neither China nor India made a new commitment, and that could be key. Here's our science editor, Tom Clark. India's Prime Minister has warned his country is facing a coronavirus storm as it breaks the global record for the number of cases in a single day. Oxygen supplies have run out in some hospitals, and there's a shortage of beds too. India's first wave peaked just below 98,000 cases on the 16th of September last year. A steady decline brought case numbers down to a low of just over 11,000 on the 11th of February. But since then, positive tests have rocketed, leading to yesterday's record figure of almost 315,000 new cases in a single day. And the crisis shows little sign of ending, as Dan Rivers reports. Well, here there's been more positive signs that the virus continues to be in retreat in England and Wales. The government made a formal apology today over the shameful failure to honour tens of thousands of black and Asian troops who died fighting for the British Empire. The Defence Secretary acknowledged that prejudice played a part in the lack of proper recognition. An investigation by the Commonwealth War Grave Commission discovered that at least 100,000 African and Middle Eastern casualties were not commemorated by name, or sometimes not at all. It's pledged to right the wrongs. Here's Paul Davies. Those stories and more after the break. Hello, welcome back. The pressure is on for learner drivers who pass their test first time or face months waiting for another go. The pandemic has created a huge jam of those waiting to take their test in England and Wales. More examiners are being recruited and more slots made available, but it'll still be a long wait for many, as Stacey Foster reports. Music now. The Brit Awards is well used to breaking new acts, but this year will be breaking new ground in the post-pandemic recovery. 4,000 key workers will be able to attend the event in May, and they won't have to wear masks or social distance. And those asked to perform are thrilled at the thought of playing before a live audience once again. While arts editor Nina Nanar reports. Well, staying with music, and tributes have been paid to Les McEwen, the former lead singer of the Bay City Rollers, who has died at the age of 65. And finally tonight, the cuddly K9 who's caring for nurses on the coronavirus front line. Mason, a Labrador Golden Retriever cross, gives emotional support to staff working at the Royal Bolton Hospital. And, as Geraint Vincent found out, he's very much a dog in demand. We could all do with a Mason in our lives. And that is it for now. Maggie is here with the news at 10, but from me, bye-bye.